Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Julie and Chad encounter a roadblock while searching for Abigail, and EJ blackmails Paulina into appointing him DA. Paulina and Abe have decorated the place for Johnny and Chanel's goodbye party, but it is also their anniversary and Juneteenth. Paulina is unsure how to say farewell to her kid. Abe suggests they should think of it as embarking on their own trip. There's a knock at the door, and Paulina invites them in, presuming they're Chanel and Johnny. Eli and the twins return home to surprise everyone. Abe claims they had no knowledge they were coming. Eli says they intended to surprise them on their anniversary and Juneteenth. Eli inquires about the flag, and Abe replies that they will explain it later. Eli and the twins' surprise days. Abe inquires if Lonnie is still in D.C. Eli explains that she is here, but she stopped by the bakery to check on Chanel. Paulina questions why she didn't come here to look for her. Eli claims she expected Chanel to be working, and she is aware of their strained relationship. Paulina supposes she should be glad they are talking, even if it is behind her back. Eli says Lonnie knows what she did, and Paulina admits she and Chanel reconciled. The bad news is that she is still losing the baby. More, are the three troublemakers returning? Chanel is moping at Horton Square. She has hung the closed sign on Sweet Bits. Lonnie suddenly surprises her sister. Chanel inquires about Eli, to which Lonnie responds that he and the twins had arrived as well. Lonnie wonders why she is so down. Chanel claims she has closed the business since she and Johnny are leaving Salem. She tells that Johnny landed a job as the first assistant director on a film with his favorite director. She claims the film begins shooting almost immediately, so they must leave. Lonnie is delighted they stopped by before leaving. Chanel is relieved they have arrived since she requires assistance. Lonnie believes that while this change is beneficial, it may be traumatic for the child. Lonnie inquires, how are things going? Chanel claims they heard the baby's heartbeat for the first time, and it was a steady thumping drum. They won't know the radiation levels for a time. Lonnie inquires about her and Mama. Chanel says she forgave her since she couldn't leave town while things were ugly between them. Lonnie understands that their mother will struggle to let her leave. Chanel claims she is not alone, and Johnny's father will be furious. More, no, John is not going anywhere. Stefan follows EJ around the DiMera mansion, and EJ wonders why he is being such an unpleasant brother. Stefan wants to know how EJ is going to get his job back so he can help Gabby. EJ claims he has made his case to Paulina, and it will happen. Stefan warns him that he will show everyone the DNA testing on tiny Jude. If it happens, Nicole, Eric, and Jude will go on to live as one big happy family. Suddenly, Johnny enters and inquires about what is going on. EJ explains that he and his uncle were just discussing business. Johnny asks, like how Aunt Kristen is the new CEO? Stefan claims he was simply taunting his father about losing something he didn't have to. Johnny wonders what that implies. Stefan resolves to go hang with Jude while he still has the opportunity. Johnny, Stefan, and EJ days. Stefan departs, and Johnny remarks, that was strange. EJ says he's gotten used to him talking incoherently and inquires about Chanel's appointment. Johnny says everything went smoothly. EJ informs him that Nicole has loaded the library with pregnancy books for them. Johnny is grateful, but they may not have the opportunity to read them all, because he has taken a job in California. He explains that he will be working with his favorite filmmaker on his upcoming superhero film. He knows his father never approved of his dream, so he doesn't expect his blessing. EJ and Johnny days. EJ says Johnny has given his okay, and he's made it clear that following in his footsteps at DiMera was not his plan. EJ admires his principles in chasing his own dreams, and he respects them. EJ only wants him to be happy, and as a dad, he'll quickly discover that time flies. He encourages Johnny to make the most of every moment he has with the people he cares about or he will regret it. Lonnie and Chanel arrive at Paulina and Abe's, just as Eli learns of the move to Los Angeles. Everyone gives hugs and good wishes. Paulina is overjoyed to see them, and they have missed them so much. Lonnie claims she's been having issues with several of the residents. Paulina claims that some are attempting to recall her as mayor, but Abe advises them not to get too caught up in politics. Paulina and Chanel's party days. Johnny arrives and hugs Lonnie and Eli. Johnny expresses gratitude to Paulina and Abe for hosting this party for them. Paulina says it's a day to honor family, and she's pleased to have them all together, even if only for today. Johnny discloses that he has brought someone from his family to join them, and it is his father, who virtually begged to come. EJ enters and asks, "Madam Mayor, is there room at the table for me?" EJ speaks with Abe and Paulina, saying it's wonderful that they can put aside their issues to send their children off together. She assumes he's referring about the recall, and EJ says the concerned folks are becoming agitated. Paulina wonders how worried citizens would react if a disgraced district attorney was reinstated. EJ reminds out that he was never disgraced and that she fired him due to a conflict of interest, which no longer exists now that Kristen is in charge of the family company. She now has a legitimate motive to reinstate him to his position. She refers to this as blackmail. Eli interrupts and asks whether everything is fine. EJ claims Paulina was simply upset with Johnny for taking Chanel to LA. However, he wants them to know that the Demera aircraft is always ready to take them to visit at any time. EJ speaks with Paulina days. Eli tells Paulina and Abe that he's going to take the twins to meet Julie since they know what would happen if she found out he was in town and he didn't visit. Later, EJ informs Paulina that they will soon share a grandchild in common. So, is she going to fire Melinda and give him his position back so he can tear up the citizens' petition? Or will he need to practice tough love? More, exclusive, Abigail is back. We think. Jada meets Stefan outside the Brady pub and is delighted she did. He asks why. Jada says she realizes that he and Rafe hoped Clyde would expose that Gil Carter murdered Lee in order to clear Gabi's name. Stefan said it was their hope, but Clyde refused to help. Jada claims he didn't refuse, he simply wants his charges reduced. She does, however, have a method for persuading Clyde to reveal his secrets. Jada claims his drug operation has been shut down, and Stefan must persuade Clyde that he wants to assist him restart it. Stefan doesn't think that's a smart idea and questions why a cop is pushing him to engage in unlawful activities with a murderer. Jada tells Clyde to get Gabi out, and he trusts him because he previously helped him smuggle drugs out of the bistro. According to Stefan, not by choice, and he's not stupid enough to try again. Jada says he will, since he is greedy. Jada and Stefan discuss days. Stefan inquires as to Rafe's thoughts on this scheme, to which she acknowledges that he is unsure. Stefan claims that his wife is already in solitary confinement as a result of a conflict organized by Clyde, so if he turns on him, Clyde would do whatever he wants. He's unwilling to accept the danger. Jada responds, "Even if this is your only chance to get Gabi released?" He responds, "Maybe it's not." She asks what else he has in mind. He claims he would not be standing here talking to her if he had a strategy. He has no desire to get engaged with Clyde again. Jada understands how determined he is to get Gabi out of prison, which leads her to believe he has a plan, but he refuses to tell her. He inquires, what would that be? There is no way to get her out of prison without Gil's black book, which Trask is holding. Lonnie claims he is a Demera who will not be held back by the law, and she fears he will bust her out. He acknowledges that he pondered it but decided not to. Jada insists that he has a plan in place and does not seek police assistance. He tells her that the last time he sought help from the cops, his wife ended up in prison.